Hello everybody and welcome back to Attack of the B Team. I might be a little out of it in this session because I got a splitting headache. Yeah. Don't know where that came from. So, anyway, as you can see I did most of my base now. I still got some work to do, like you see I need some fencing around the tree area and the garden there. I still need to put the trees in. I did have the rubber tree saplings, but unfortunately, Pat killed me due to lag because I got stuck inside of a tree and somehow he dropped 15,000 items, which caused me to suffocate into a tree I chopped down. But yes, this is Pat's fault that I died and lost those saplings. And no, Pat, we're never going to let it down. Anyway, but aside from that, most of this is done. I mean, you see I got the house over here. Just drop down here. Ow. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's, yeah, come here. I'll kick your ass. Skeleton. But I mean, you see I got the house nice and done here, and what the fuck? The fucking hell? Oh, that asshole. It's fucking Raven. Kick his ass for this. Trying to prank me with fans. But never mind now. But anyway, you can see I got still got some work to do, furnishings and whatnot. Got my bed. That's about it. Yeah. I got my portal facility. This one was a little bit more elaborate than the rest of the buildings. Right now, I got my nether portal in there because it's really the only mod we have going that has a different realm for the most part. Hopefully, I know we had some ID errors with Twilight Forest. I know Raven's working on it. And we haven't figured out anything on Aether yet, but hopefully. And then as you can see, I got my workshop done, 2-story. Oh, god damn it. Asshole. Fucking hate you. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, clown. Oh, and motherfucker. Trying to undo a prank here. You got him over here too. Kick his ass. You can get him up. Yeah, I got to put ladders. And you see there's a lot of work that needs to be done here yet. But I got my mine shaft. I mean, that took me a bit to do. Let's see. I need some food. Where's my carrots at? Ah, there they are. Yeah, I got a ton of carrots, so I can just munch on those. So yeah, I think that's everything that he did. Still gonna kick his ass. So yeah, so let's take a look at the first mod I'm gonna be doing. Hey, I'm back, and I am very excited. I'm so excited. See, I'm twerking. I'm so excited. I'm twerking. Twerk. Okay, yeah. Now, why am I so excited? I'm making an ass of myself? Well, I'll tell you. Because I have decided to go with the Galacticraft, and from what I've read, it looks amazing. The updates, being able to go to Mars, it just looks incredible. So, what have I done so far to facilitate this? Well, I built myself a launch facility and power station. Check it out. Power station isn't done yet, but I just got to get some windows in there. I mean, I already got my steam turbine with the leadstone conduits. And I've already got started with 2 of the critical machineries necessary. The circuit fabricator and the electric compressor. Now, these 2 devices are an absolute essential to even begin to think about building anything to go to space. So, I'll go ahead and show you real quick what you need for these machines, assuming I can spell right. Okay, so with the compressor, you have the choice between your regular compressor and your electric compressor. You should get your regular compressor out as quickly as possible because since you probably won't be able to do electric compressor first, you have to I forget why I couldn't do it, but I just didn't have the materials. But you get this out, and you can start compressing things right away. And then you want to upgrade to the electric compressor, and that's what will allow you to attach to the leadstone conduits, and you won't need wood or coal or whatever it is that you want to use to power your regular compressor. But as you can see here, it does require it's the electric. This is why the electric compressor requires compressed material, which you can only do through your regular compressor. But you also need these wafers here, and that is done through the circuit fabricator here. So I can show you. I mean, you put your silicon here, redstone here, and then either you're looking at a redstone torch or like a redstone switch setup, depending on the type of wafer you want to build. Then you throw a diamond in there, and it does the rest. So once that's done, and you have all that, you'll be able to build your electric compressor, which I've done here. And the regular compressor only has one output here, but the electric compressor allows you to do double the output, so you can complete your work in half the time, and that is really awesome. So the next thing to build, and I actually have the materials ready, is we're going to go ahead and start off by building the NASA bench. I know that's not its real name. There it is, the workbench. Yeah. So what we want for that is we want 4 compressed steels and a workbench, as well as 2 levers, redstone torch, and the advanced wafer. Now the advanced wafer again is the harder to make wafer from the circuit compressor, or yeah, circuit fabricator. But what we need is, I'm going to have to run back to my workstation, and I'm going to go ahead and steal my workbench, because we're going to do like all the work in our launch facility here. Go faster. I want to get the space, damn it. Okay, so throw that out there, and we're going to go ahead and build our NASA workbench. And the NASA workbench is what you'll need to actually construct your rocket. So it's absolutely essential. So, and I hope I calculated these pieces right. I'll be lucky if I can remember half of what they want here. Alright, so now we got our NASA workbench. So we're going to go ahead and put that out. And I'm thinking right here. Somewhere. There we go. Okay. Now the thing about the NASA workbench is it's really picky on where you can put it. I mean, I couldn't really get it next to the wall or anything. So that's good for now. But as you can see, this is where you build your rocket. Where you can build your Tier 1 rocket. Now, from what I understand, in order to build your Tier 2 rocket to go to Mars, you actually have to secure some schematics from the moon, which is your first destination, from the moon dungeon. And that's one of the things I'll be taking you guys through once I get out there. So, now that this is done, I want to start thinking about getting the rest of the machinery up. Now, so what's next? Well, what's next is you want to build a launch pad, and that's going to go here, because without that, your ship's not going anywhere. So, I actually gotta grab some iron, because you're going to want a shit ton of iron for this. But it'll automatically give you the 9 pieces you need, which will automatically construct your launch pad. And lag. Raven, if you're watching this, fix it, damn it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab all the iron I have, because God only knows if I'll need it for further shit. Okay, so let's see what we need for the launch pad, shall we? My spelling is horrendous today. And it's raining. It's always raining. Why is it always raining? Okay, so here's our launch pad. We need 3 iron blocks and 3 compressed iron. So lag again, damn it. You know, if Pat was on, I'd blame him. Alright, so let's get that 3 compressed iron. And while that's doing that, we're going to go ahead and build our blocks. Alright. Let's hope we're not having a tornado out there. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and construct our launch pad. There we go. So now, take those pieces. You want to put them, you know, wherever you're going to launch your rocket from. Let's temporarily move some torches. And once you have all the pieces in, you can see it automatically constructs the launch pad for you. So I'm just going to temporarily do that. Okay, so there's our launch pad, and it's perfectly synchronized with my launch tunnel. So the next step, well, you're going to want to fuel your rocket. So, without fuel, your rocket's going nowhere. So what you want to, there's a few things that you're going to want to make for this, because it's a little tricky. I actually had to kind of do some testing elsewhere to figure this out, but in the end it worked out. And it's actually really interesting. It's definitely a change from the way Galacticraft used to be. So the first thing we'll want is the fuel loader. Now I think this was still the same device that was in the older Galacticraft. So yep, I got all the pieces I need for that. You have to forgive me, sometimes I just seem to forget what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. I used tin instead of aluminum, because you need aluminum. There we go. So there's our fuel loader. Now, basically, you just want to take the fuel loader, and we are going to put it... You gotta make sure it's right next to your launch pad. See, it automatically creates, it automatically connects. And once the rocket is attached, it will automatically fuel up once you put a canister in the loader here. The only thing I want to do is I want to set it up in a way that I can just throw power to it. And it's being picky, but I haven't given up yet. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so that's what you want to do with your fuel loader. Now, that's one of the older things. Now, but you'll need oil to convert into fuel. So the next thing that we're going to take a look at is the refinery. Now, if you were using industrial craft, you'll know that the oil refinery is, a very elaborate setup. You got this glass device that pumps oil in and pumps fuel out, and you had your storage tanks, and it was just a whole mess. The neat thing about this is they've narrowed it down to just one device called the refinery. And the refinery is simple enough to make. 2 copper canisters, 2 stone furnace, and 2 compressed steel. So, and there we go. And here's our refinery. Now the refinery, it will also need to be powered, so for the time being I'm going to put it there, and then I'll have to run a leadstone conduit in there. But what you'll do is you'll take, once you extract oil into a canister, you'll put the canister on the left hand side, and then make sure you have another empty canister. Well, actually no, you don't even need a canister on the right, because it'll just fill the refinery. You just hit refine, and then put a canister on the right, it'll fill it up, and you just take it and throw it into the fuel loader, and it'll automatically fuel the rocket for you. So we're kind of going backwards here. So that really leaves the question of, well, how do I get the oil? Because again, without industrial crafters, you don't really have your pumps, you don't really have any way to pump the oil right out of the ground and by extension refine it. So the neat thing here is you'll actually use a device called a portable oil extractor. And that would be this thing here. It kind of looks like a chainsaw almost. You'll need 2 compressed steel and 3 compressed bronze, as well as a redstone. Again, I've got all that, but this is another reason why you'll really need the compressor, because this thing eventually will wear down. And obviously you'll have to rebuild it. But there we go. So, and what you do is, and I'll show you how to use this. I'll go ahead and build some canisters in a minute here. So, alright, so now that we have all the machinery and materials necessary to build our, to work our fuel, to get it into, to extract it from the ground, convert it, and put it into the rocket, the next step is survivability on the moon, because obviously you can't go up there without, but with your pretty self, because you'll inflate like a balloon and die. So you'll have to make oxygen tanks, in addition to the face mask, as well as the oxygen distributor. I think that's what it's called. The first step is you have to build the machinery necessary. Again, this is a setup that was part of the original Galacticraft, I believe. The 2 main devices you're going to want is the oxygen compressor and the oxygen collector. So let's go ahead and take a look at the collector. First thing we're going to want to build is an oxygen concentrator. So I need tin for that. So we just need, and I noticed that this is really requires a lot of compressed plates. It's just off the hook, Okay, so now we've got our oxygen concentrator. So we'll just set that aside. And then we'll look at the rest of it. So we got our fan, our canister, our vent, and our pieces here. So we'll just throw those together just like this. And then we'll put the concentrator right. That's my luggage. Yeah, we'll put the concentrator right there, and there we go. Boom. Oxygen collector. Now I'll show you a neat little setup once I build the compressor. And for the compressor, we will also need another oxygen concentrator. So we'll go ahead and build another one of those. And pray it all works out. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, no, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I had a feeling I was going to miscount something. But it is okay. I have come prepared. There we go. Now it's coming together. There we go. Another oxygen concentrator. Now, and we're going to put our compressor together. And there we go. Oxygen compressor. And I've already built this bunch of oxygen pipes. Requires 6 glass panes of any kind, as you can see here. And that'll get you 4 oxygen pipes. Now you even need those oxygen pipes to connect the compressor to the collector. So we're going to go ahead and put those out. Put the compressor down first, then the collector. Now the neat thing is, and these are the input and the output of where you're going to put the oxygen pipe. And there you go, just like that. Of course, these will need power, so I'll have to get the leadstone over here. But how it works is once these are powered, you put your oxygen tank in here, and then the collector should automatically fill that tank up, and the compressor compresses that oxygen into your tank, and then there you go. You'll have oxygen for the great beyond. Okay, well, outer space. I wouldn't call it the great beyond. Okay, but these machines are absolutely essential. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break and get some canisters, as well as go ahead and power up these devices, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm in a nearby cave where I'm going to show you how the portable oil extractor works. Now, as you can see, I've built an empty liquid canister. I actually built two because you're going to want to. One to hold the oil you're going to extract, and then the other for the converted fuel to go into so you can throw it into the fuel loader. So, alright, so I got my portable oil extractor. It really looks like a chainsaw. And I'm going to show you guys how to fill up the canister. For this, I just like flying around caves so I don't accidentally fall into a shaft. So I'm going to transform into my sad bat here, and we are going to go hunt for oil. And I know that there is more oil down here than even God knows what to do with, so we're going to steal some of it. It's been a little while since I've been down here. So, if I get lost, like I just did, forgive me. Here we go. Okay, here's the main chamber, and here's some oil. So, what you want to do is you want to get near that node and just right-click. This should work. There we go. And if you notice, the canister is starting to fill up. So we got to get more oil. There we go. And there we go. Now we got a filled oil canister, 100% filled up. So that's how you use your oil extractor. You just run up to a node and just right-click on it, and just make sure you have a canister on you, and it will fill up. So now I'm going to return to my launch facility, and I'm going to go ahead and convert it into fuel, and I'll show you guys how to do that in just a minute. Stay tuned. Alright, I am back in my launch facility, and as you can see, I've upgraded a little bit. I went ahead and added the leadstone power to my refinery and my oxygen system. So anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how the refinery works from the oil I just picked up from the cave, although I need to run and grab the other canister, because as I said before, you're going to need two. You can't do this with just one. No siree. Okay, so now I got the second one. I'm going to run my blocky ass back to the launch facility here. So, you want to use the refinery, right click. Now here's what you do. You take the oil canister, throw it in there, and then go ahead and hit refine. And as you can see, it's filling up the fuel. Now, it might take a little while, unfortunately. It's going slow. Very slow. But this should be 1,000, so let me see over here. Yep. So it's 1,000. So while we wait, here's a creeper riding a spider for your entertainment. Okay, wasn't that entertaining? Okay, so anyway, the refinery is now done converting the oil into fuel. So all we have to do now is just throw in the empty canister, and it automatically fills up with the fuel. And there we go. This canister will now fully fuel a rocket. All you have to do is throw it in the fuel loader once you have your rocket built, and it'll automatically fuel the rocket. But that's a step for another time, and I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And next time we'll build our rocket and get our spacesuit ready to go. So until then, guys, have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye bye. Okay, get lost. Seriously, stop watching. I mean it, really. Bye.